Hey all, so one of the questions that I get asked most frequently that's technology focused is, so what do you think about Windows 11? And this is what I will tell you. Save yourself the effort. So the short version is, I joined the Windows Insider program back in December 2014. So I have been in a position to test out builds of Windows 10 for, 8 years now, before they get pushed out publicly. And at the point where I joined the program, Windows 10 was supposed to be the last version of Windows. They were just going to put it out, and instead of releasing new versions of Windows, they were just going to release, call them what they were going to release service packs from then on. And that was going to be that. And it was a wonderful, efficient plan. Well, fast forward to, 2 or 3 years ago, and all of a sudden, Microsoft announces this shiny new thing, Windows 11. And it's the operating system, one, that nobody asked for, but two, that it doesn't seem like they promoted very much. And I say that because until about 3 weeks before it came out, I didn't know anything about it. And normally I'm on top of things like that, so that alone should tell you something. But anyway, Windows 11 is what happens when Microsoft doesn't learn the lessons of the Windows 8 debacle, ignores the popularity of Windows 10, and reverts to form, but I think Windows 11 is actually worse than Windows 8 ever was. Mostly because we didn't think we'd have to go through this again. So what you have in Windows 11 is an operating system that is optimized for the touchscreen crowd and depreciates a lot of features like Alt-2 to create a new folder that Windows power users have been depending on since, as far as I know, since the XP days, and maybe even before that. I've got Windows 11 installed on 3 of my systems. It's on my Titan, it's on my Surface, and it's on one of my 8951Gs. And all I can say is, if it were the only OS that I was using, I would miss Windows 10 something fierce. But fortunately, the majority of my life is still powered by Windows 10, and that's the way I am going to leave it. I could give you a long, boring analysis of all the small things that they have, quote-unquote, improved with Windows 11 that are nothing of the sort, but you don't have that kind of time, and this phone doesn't have that much battery or storage capacity. So instead, all I will say is, if you are a power user, stay with Windows 10, period. Ignore the hype, because as I said, I've got this thing on 3 of my systems, one of which is a touchscreen, 2 of which are mouse and keyboard systems, and Windows 11 is, it's not logical on any of them, and I don't know any other way to say it. So, for comparison, when Windows 8 came out, people hated it. But when I got my first tablet, a Surface Pro 3, it OEM'd with Windows 8, and on my Surface it made perfect sense, and I told people that. The problem, I said, was that Microsoft forgot about the mouse and keyboard crowd. And with Windows 11, here we go again. And just like with Windows 8, you remember how there were extensions and third-party apps that would bring back the start menu if that's what you wanted? There are things today that, that for a fee will restore the Windows 11 shell to a more familiar form, but when it takes that much effort, I think it makes more sense just to stay with Windows 10. So anyway, short version, if you've got 10, stick with 10. There are a lot of reasons why I say that, so if you have questions or you want to know more about why I say that, feel free to leave a comment below and we'll talk about it. Anyway, that's all for now. We'll talk to you later.